Hi, I'm Kelly Barner, and thank you for joining me for what is the last supplier diversity discussions video. It probably seems not quite as fast to you as it seemed to me, but the 10 weeks of the LinkedIn Creator Accelerator program are officially coming to an end on March 18th. So LinkedIn has asked us all to share what we've learned over the course of the project. I've learned a ton and nobody wants to watch a video that long. So I'm going to share two learnings with you, one of which is about the creation process and one of which is about my primary topic, supplier diversity. So first things first, the creation process. There is nothing that compares to having to create 4 pieces of brand new content, one of which is a video, every single week like clockwork for 10 weeks. This isn't done in a void. I'm still running Buyer's Meeting Point. I'm still actively involved at Art of Procurement. I'm still producing Dial P on Supply Chain Now. So these are all interviews and writing times and videos and polls and LinkedIn Live audio events that have to happen on top of my normal job, I guess you'd call it. So the tough thing is it's a lot of work. And frankly, I'm exhausted. But there's so much benefit that comes from focusing on one topic for 10 straight weeks. Now, you might say, well, you focus on procurement and supply chain all the time, and that's one topic. But it's different when you know you're doing it for just the 10 weeks versus when you're doing it sort of sustainably forever. You know, when I really started to be able to hear the nuanced differences in point of view from the experts that I was speaking to, when I got to the point that I could tell sort of philosophically, where did people's differences really lie? And the unique good ideas would pop because I had sort of immersed myself in this one topic for so long. So I think the thing that I learned there is that there's a huge benefit to focus. There's a huge benefit to consistency. And yes, LinkedIn, I will admit at the end of the day, there is a benefit to making video content. I'm not saying that I love it and I'm going to keep doing it every single week, but I'm glad that you pushed me to do it because I definitely got over a big fear. Now, in terms of my project topic, supplier diversity, I came into this knowing that it's one of the biggest topics that corporations are focused on right now. Now, I will say this is the way the world works. In the 10 weeks since starting this project, we are now dealing with inflation we didn't have at the beginning, continued labor shortages, huge skyrocketing fuel prices, and Russia has invaded Ukraine, right? The world is a different place than it was on January 10th when I started this journey. And it does affect supplier diversity because companies are now being asked to make choices about what they're going to do with scarce resources. Am I going to focus on trying to ensure continuity of supply? Am I going to focus on getting down fuel prices? Or am I going to go try to find a diverse supplier? I think the good news is there are a lot of people that care so much about this and they're willing to work incredibly hard to make a change. They want to make sure that there are more minority-owned, woman-owned, veteran-owned, disabled-owned, and LGBTQ+-owned businesses. They understand the power that comes from not just supporting these communities, but in bringing their unique point of view into the supply base. So that's sort of the good news. The tougher news is that there's a lot of competition. And I think if there's one thing that we acknowledge, it's that it's hard to get people to embrace change. That's a human reality. And so my advice for the people who have this passion, whether they happen to be at certifying bodies, in corporate supplier diversity departments, or are running businesses, do 2 things. Continue to feed your passion by connecting with people that share that as a cause. But at the same time, you have to find a way to scale the effort you're trying to make so that someone who doesn't feel the passion can still take the steps and make the choices you need them to do in order to drive that change. There have to be very clear, unemotional, less impassioned things that everyone in the company can do if we ultimately want to move towards more diverse supply chains. So I would encourage you, please search for hashtag supplier diversity discussions. The content is not going away. I'm spending this week sort of pulling it all together and wrapping up all the loose ends on this project. Please reach out and let me know what you thought of the content as a whole. Let me know if you have any questions about the Creator Accelerator program. I would always welcome hearing from you. And I appreciate every single one of you that watched a video, participated in a poll, joined me for a LinkedIn Live event, either up on stage or down in the listening space. I'm not going away. I'm just taking a break from supplier diversity discussions. Follow the Procurement Buzz, my newsletter, which started during this project and will continue to go out every week so that you can stay on top of all of the content in procurement, supply chain, and general business that I continue to create. Please follow me or send me a message on LinkedIn. And please, of course, have a wonderful rest of your day.